earthy aroma. Oh, it reminds me of my grandmother's steamed potatoes. That didn't take too long, right? I have good senses.
Good. Now that our stomachs are full, let's try putting our heads together. Giath chose a body that's been dead for quite some time. According to what I know of nature, the body should have decomposed already. So how do you think he got around that?
Oh, that reminds me of something Father taught me last week in class. It was something on alchemy used to trap time. I remember it because I really struggled with the reagents. Florence said something like, "Eileen, what good's a head if you don't even use it?" Then she said, what did she say? "Eileen, you're so stupid you'd flip over an hourglass to check the time." Oh, right! Sands of Time! Using Papa's special recipe, it's possible to restore the flow of time where it's been halted. But it's difficult to get the materials. Only black stones of a purity of at least 73% will work. Papa brought some such stones to class last week, but I think, I used them all up.
Color me surprised. I should have brought Florence along. She would have come up with another plan, surely.
I'm sorry. I'm not Florence.
I think you're crossing the line here, Takros. My grandfather will hear of your behavior. Eileen, don't give up. There is always a way. We will find it together.
Well, I suppose certain ingredients can be substituted, but we'd need an object one would sacrifice their life for.
A goblin's horn should do then, I imagine. Can't understand why the bastards are so obsessed with these things, though.
Here! Over here! I have a black stone. It once belonged to the old chief.
Singular mind, eh? You keep mum until we start on about goblins. That black stone is better put to use elsewhere. Right now, we have a better tool at our disposal. The goblins themselves.
Quiet, I can't think. I'm becoming potato-brained standing in all these potatoes. What's your gut tell you, adventurer? I'll follow your lead.
Thank you. You won't regret putting your faith in me, for sparing the lives of my friends. It's not that I can't understand where Takros is coming from. He's one of the Median deserters that was stationed at Kron Castle. When Giath, our king, assaulted Kron Castle, many lives were lost. Though Takros may feel Chief Igor helped put that behind him when he settled in Velia, he still holds that anger. Don't allow him to stoke that hatred. Use the stone.
Time to finally put my alchemical training to use. Oh, is anyone else feeling faint? No, it's okay. I'm fine. Shall we start the process of creating the sands of time? Now, please fetch me the first ingredient. Fortunately, there are plenty of weasels around the farm. And I've even brought my best friend along. This book may look a bit worn out, but she's full of knowledge. Without her, I'd never pass an alchemy exam. Next, we'd need a shimmering wildflower. They're sometimes found blooming in Awa's plains. The story goes that the shimmering lights from these wildflowers are the very souls of innocent children who were sacrificed in the foolish King Noir's search for eternal life.
Let's go hunt out a decent spot to brew up our concoction. Takros, can we trust you to protect us without riling up any more goblins?
Thank goodness we have Grusha's black stone. Is it just me? Or are things going smoother than expected? You got here quickly, and just in time. Ta-da! I managed to put together a makeshift magic cauldron. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot of ingenuity to put that together. All right. Now, if we perform some simple alchemy with these ingredients, we should obtain something known as the fragments of time. Don't look at me like that. It actually took a lot of ingenuity to put that together. Oh, look at the color of the smoke. I think that means you were successful. I mean, none of my past attempts produced such a color, so take those, place them inside the pot, and you will be able to create the sands of time. Yes! I can't believe it! It worked! Oh, sands of time. Oh, we did it! Hooray! If only Father would put this...
It's the moment of truth. I shall call for my men. It's time we finally reveal the fiend behind the mask.
Finally. I shall meet with the one I've seen only in my dreams. This...
Sprinkle this on the goblin mural atop Awa's Hill, and you'll be able to summon forth Giath. Tagros probably should have already arrived in Velia by now. Goodness, adventurer. Whatever are you?
It was you, Giath. The one who pushed me towards Cron Castle in my dreams.
Emma, be careful, okay? Will she be alright, adventurer?
He appears to be saying something. Adventurer, I wish to speak with him.
I need the power and wisdom to protect my people. It seems that I still lack both. I need more black stones. The black stones granted me the gift of this flesh. At the same time, so too began this dreadful nightmare of... He spoke to me. If I wished for the nightmares to end, all I needed to do was but destroy the relic atop the spire at Cron Castle.
Who was he? Are you speaking of the man clad in black robes? Was he the one who gave you the black stone?
You seem to know a lot more than I thought. As he instructed me, I advanced toward Cron Castle, bringing destruction to all I laid eyes upon. And yet, at the spire, I encountered one who could not be killed. This body I inhabit froze at first sight.
You too have been dreaming the same nightmares as I. What did you find at the spire?
It burns. It overwhelms me once more. Soon this body shall no longer be able to reside in this world. By the time I return, I shall be caught in the abyss, maddened by a pain that only my flesh shall remain, crying out. If only someone would remember that I shall protect my poor tribe forever.
Here! Wait!
I'm speechless. Did you end up losing that fiend? We should have joined forces to exterminate him and the rest of the goblins for good.
Giath is gone for good, so you can rest easy. Though, do you perhaps know who's guarding the relic within Cron Castle?
And where'd you hear something like that? That kind of knowledge shouldn't be tossed around so casually.
It doesn't matter how we know. We know. You're resident of Velia now, Tagros. Don't...
Understood, milady. I shall tell you of all that I know. None of this is news to the chief anyway. The reason the Median deserters could stay in those ruins, well-fed, well-supplied, is due to aid from an outside benefactor. Not a clue whom. They only dealt directly with our leader.
Outside benefactor.
I'm not sure. In exchange for their constant support, they had only one condition: for us to protect the spire's entrance at any cost. We were also instructed to never open the entrance. Didn't stop a few fellows whose curiosity was greater than their sense.
What happened to them?
they died. Milady, you're not thinking of going there now, are you?
We must head to Kron Castle. Adventurer, I believe this is the most opportune time with you by our side.
I see there's no changing your mind, milady. Though I'd ask, if all goes well, that you put in a good word for me with the chief. With our current numbers, a full frontal assault would be suicide. We need to go in with a small team to infiltrate enemy lines. Once inside, you'll find a man named Beetle hiding out in exile. He's the only fool still alive who's tried to open those gates. He too seems interested in getting out, settling down in Velia. With enough persuasion, I imagine he'd offer his full cooperation. I'll remain here and keep an eye out for Giath if he ever returns. I entrust these ladies in your care. If I ever get a promotion, drinks are on me.